What is going on, everybody? How we doing? Man, it's been a hectic morning, I'm not gonna lie. It has been a hectic morning. Sorry I'm a little late to the live stream today. I really wanted to eat a pie, if I'm being completely honest, and so I actually drove to the bakery down the road and got a pie, and so it actually made me a little late, so apologies for that. But how's everyone doing, man? How are you all doing? It's the first day of winter here in Australia, so I'm starting to feel it, man. It's getting super chilly over here. What's going on with all of y'all? What's new? So scattered right now in my brain, but let me just make sure everything is good. I got a new light, like right up here. You guys can't see it, but it's a very nice light. So hopefully this makes the streams a little better. Like my face just looks so much clearer. It's a real expensive light, so hopefully it helps. Emilio, what's good, brother? I'm doing amazing. It is actually me and my girlfriend's first year anniversary today. All right, so I still wanted to come in and clock in my hours because I'm not a bitch, but I just hope you guys know that I'm coming in here. I want to do my hours, even though my girlfriend's probably a bit mad at me right now because it is our anniversary. So yeah, I'm hoping you guys are also locking in. No excuses. Yeah, we're in this shit. So I'm really in the mood to get shit going with my app. I feel like we're just spending too much time building the thing, man. Like I just want to launch. We've been stuck on $47,000 in revenue for a very long time now. And quite frankly, I'm a bit sick of it, Like people coming in the chat like, yo, bro, you're washed, bro. You're washed. Move on to something else, bro. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, let me relax a little bit. But nah, in all seriousness, what I want to kind of do is because scope creep is a real thing. I've noticed like over a period of time, like you just end up doing more and more shit, and like the app is like completely different to how I initially envisioned it. So now I'm thinking like, okay, let's create a checklist together and let's just stick to this checklist. And when this checklist is complete, we will launch the app. You feel me? So like, I kind of want to go through, we've done a lot of updates recently to the app. And so I just want to kind of make sure everything's working, but I want you guys to kind of help me build this checklist out. And once everything on this checklist is completed, that's it. We're launching the app. And I'm hoping this is going to stop with the scope creep. Because like, bro, we've added so much complexity to the app now. And I'm kind of thinking, did I do too much? So let's do a checklist. Off the rip, like I can already think of a few things. Like landing page is definitely one of them. We kind of want to get the landing page sorted. Maybe we'll make this text a bit smaller. Can everyone see that? Everyone can see that? Cool. So that's the first thing. And then what we're kind of going to do is I'll just have like little circles here for us to tick off. Kind of like in the notes app. You feel me? But yeah, so we got a landing page that we need to tick off. We've got a payment gateway. Ashish, what's going on, brother? Brian, welcome to the live stream. Alpha, welcome back. What's good? What's good? Thank you for the congratulations. I appreciate it. So landing page, we need the payment gateway to work as well. If you can't tell, I'm a little sick as well. I'm sneezing a lot. Achoo! But I'm locking in, man. I'm locking in. Look at the state of me right now, guys. Look at the state of me, and I'm here, and I've rocked up. Oh, far out. Yeah, the hay fever is killing me recently. So we got landing page, payment gateway. What else? I know that the looping mechanism like isn't working fully. So we need the looping mechanism. Oh man, I really need to blow my nose. Give me 1 second. Yo, if someone can recommend me some hay fever medication, I could seriously do with some right now. Don't forget the URL and server to run the website. Good call, good call. URL plus server, like backend server. We also need the onboarding to work. So by the onboarding, I'm kind of talking more about once you've downloaded the app, the user kind of needs to know how to use the app, right? So we need the onboarding to work. And the onboarding consists of a few things. So in smaller text, I'll say we need connection to AI models. This is whether it be local or etc. We also need the new user onboarding tutorial. And that's kind of onboarding. We also need, and man, all of this is like, could take a day each. But we also need, so let's say that we need a website to work end to end. So building a website end to end that looks nice. Because I don't know if you guys remember, but last live stream we had a bit of a stinker with that website, man. It was actually shocking. All right, so we got landing page, we got payment gateway, looping mechanism, we've got URL plus backend server, onboarding, building a website end to end that looks nice through the app. And then also, I did notice the other day that the embedded links need to work. And so I think we could maybe leave the checklist at this for now and just kind of build it up as we go. So let me just go ahead and add my little circles in here. Actually, I think I got a better idea. Just copy this one. Because I want to launch this app, man. I feel like the thing is I'm going to build this app and I'm going to launch it. And I know the moment I launch it, there's going to be a bunch more issues that I'm going to need to fix and address. So I kind of just want to get this skeleton out, you know? Okay. All right. That's our checklist for now. If you guys have any other ideas on what I could add, let me know. I mean, in 2 months without AI, you can do all the checklists. So with AI in 2 weeks, it's good. I mean, fair enough. Dude, honestly, with AI, I'm hoping to get this shit done by the end of this week. So I'm hoping that with a checklist, because we can run multiple AI instances at the same time, having a checklist in front of me is going to help me run the multiple AI instances. Because this is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different instances, right? So let's start with the usual test that we make. I'll show you the app in a second, Brian. Let me just chuck some music on real quick. But this is the app right now. You can kind of see it. Let me just play some music. Yo, I realized my mic was down a little bit. I've just turned it up. So adjust your volume settings if you need to. All right, so this is the app. Let's go ahead and delete this and create a new workspace. All right, so we're going to, all right, already here, you can see the text overlaps from the face a little bit, but I actually don't mind it. I think that's not bad. Yeah, I actually don't mind it. This looks a bit weird with the strings, but we won't get caught up on it. Test website, I think we're up to 6 now. This is the 6th test of our building website. What are you trying to build? Let me turn Whisper Flow on. Where is it? Testing. Yeah, okay, cool. That works. A landing page for a photography page. For a photographer. I'll just say for photography. Maybe actually, let's try for a SaaS app. Continue. How will you know it's done? A fully deployed website in localhost. Actually, I'll just say a fully deployed website. How big should your team be? This is cool, and it uses the actual logos. I like this. So this draggy kind of thingy looks a bit weird. Like it could probably just be a small circle, but we're not gonna fuss over the little things right now. We're just gonna try and get the main thing sorted. So we can spend a whole live stream just working on these little things. Let's just go with 3, okay? We're gonna choose 3 agents. And we're gonna pick once off. Even here, I've noticed that recurring and one off, I don't like these icons. They look very AI generated, but we're gonna fix that later. We're not gonna focus on the little things. Okay, here, your team is ready. I can go ahead and, okay, even the way this expands is not kind of what I'm looking for. It's better than before, but yeah, still not really what I'm looking for with this expansion. But hey, look, it's not bad. At least it's got the logos. It's got, like, we're 80% of the way there with this screen, which is nice. But yeah, we can just go ahead and continue. Create project. All right. And now, boom. Okay, it's already started going. Mission is connected to stage 1. That's looking good. I like how this arrow is connected to this stage rather than this agent. Looks a lot cleaner. Okay, everything's looking really good. Everything so far is looking good. Let's let this run for a little bit. Doobie, I finally bought Claude Code and it's incredible, but I already run into some issues, lol. Dude, what kind of issues have you run into? It's funny because like when you're vibe coding, the moment that you first start and you like ask AI to do something, you are a bit blown away. Like you're kind of just like, holy shit, this is actually possible. Like this is actually incredible. That moment is a very big delight moment. I've been using that word a lot, but it's true. It's actually a public holiday here in Australia. It's Reconciliation Day today. So a lot of people aren't working, believe it or not. I don't know if you guys have those kinds of holidays over where you guys are at, but so we've got 3 iterations here. All right, while that's working, let's go ahead and open up Conductor and let's look into Conductor a little bit. So one big major change that we made recently, damn, this went for 802 minutes. I actually don't believe that. That can't be right. Let me go ahead and paste this in here. But a major change that we did make is regarding this proof gate harness, which is actually probably part of the reason why this website might not look the best, is because we forgot to merge it. which is actually my bad. Whoopsies. Merged PR. So this is good. This is regarding the onboarding screens. This is regarding the landing checkout flow. Is still showing the old billing setup gateway because Cloudflare worker deployment has not been updated. What you mean? Maybe let me just copy this into here. I think I sent it into the wrong chat. For the issues I publish on your Discord, because I can't fix it. Which issues is that? Did anyone know why it doesn't my context auto compress? For 1 million context. API error, usage credits required for turn on usage credits to switch to standard C context. What language is this? So what, you ran out of credits for the 1 million context? Are you using the app or? I'm not fully sure what the issue is. You ran out of context, or why doesn't my context auto compress? Like, is that to do with compaction? So one thing worth noting is Claude does tell you, if you're a developer, right, Emilio? If you're in the terminal, I don't use the app too much, but Claude actually tells you how much context you have left. So inside here, once you're down to like your last percentages, it will literally tell you down here on the right hand side how much context you have left. So what you can actually do is you can just do /clear, which will clear your chat, which can save you some tokens. You can also do /compact, which will free up context by summarizing the conversation so far. So those are two ways to compress the chat. It does auto compress. I'm thinking what might have happened here is you could have run out of your usage limit before it even had the chance to compress, is what I'm guessing, if you have the pro plan. And you can always just ask Claude as well. Like if you're out of context, I don't know, like the ChatGPT is also always free. You can literally just go in and be like, paste in the screenshot and just be like, hey, why isn't Claude auto compressing? And then, it'll also give you an answer. Slyfawn, what's good, brother? Coming out a bit sassy today, huh? Why has this got an X on it? View checks. I'll say push, pull, merge. Because I don't know which one it needs. Life of a non-technical trying to make it. All good, Emilio. Let me know if you have any other questions. So we're still waiting on a website here. Let's have a look at the landing page. Onboarding screen. One thing I did notice is it does have the handoff file right here. A few things I noticed. First is when editing the roles, when clicking on can I like re-add this down here? Is that possible? No. Slider plus onboarding. Also, look how funny this meme is, guys. Yo, is this not the funniest thing ever? I AI generated this on ChatGPT for my recent video. It cracked me up so hard when I generated it. Dude, ChatGPT image generation is freaking good, man. It's so freaking good at the moment. Anyway, off topic, but yeah, the onboarding is a little off. So let me go ahead and just slider plus onboarding, like these. It's probably this one. Actually, it might not be. It might be this one. Slider plus onboarding 1. Yeah, it might be this one. The onboarding screens have definitely come a lot further and are looking a lot better, but they still are different to the wireframes that I shared. The slider, there's like a big circle over the small circle. Can we just keep the small circle? Regarding the role editing of each AI agent, could we actually make it so that it expands in front with glass morphism, kind of exactly how it's shown in the wireframes? Right now it expands down, which I don't like. Also look at like what else are we, like it's the onboarding screens are about 80% of the way there. You're just missing 20% of what the wireframes have shown. Do a thorough check of the wireframes in this .zip file and just cross-reference and see what's missing. Oh, all right. The website is live. These guys have just completed their website. Let's have a look together. What do you recommend to build apps? Codex right now is amazing by ChatGPT. If you're getting it started, I'd recommend like just get the $20 a month plan with Codex. You won't run out of usages like Emilio has, building like your first small app. What should I use to build an app? I used OpenClaw before, but haven't been looped into the AI updates, so not sure what people are using. People are just using Codex or Claude at the moment. Those are like the two frontier models. If you're more on a budget, I'd recommend DeepSeek, but you are getting like a bit less of that intelligence. Oh, I met your first viewer, Mr. Drew himself. You got to get involved in the community more, Doobie. We need master marketers like yourself amongst us. What do you mean? I am involved in the community. Emilio, Algato, what up? Welcome to stream. Jevon, what's good? What's the best vibe coding apps, bro? I think I just answered that. What apps are you using right now? Claude, Gemini, and Codex are the three main that I'm using. All right, so we've just completed the website, as you can kind of see here. Website is complete, so let's go ahead and have a look together. This is the completed website. Okay, so planning, analytics, and launch control, Pulse Pilot. Look, it's not bad. I don't love the image at the back, but this is AI generated. You can see by the way that this chart looks. Look, it's not terrible. It's actually a lot better. Do buttons work? Hover, slight hover. Every launch has a post you can actually read. Teams replace update meetings with clearer execution. It's got the credibility. Start 14-day trial. You can put your email in for requesting access. Okay, these buttons work, which are nice. I can press these. It takes me to the right place. That's kind of cool. Considering I gave it a single prompt, it's not bad. Hey, I'm wondering if I should swap the roles around. So Gemini is actually the UI designer, and then maybe it would look better. This is actually because Codex did the research and planning. So I'm assuming this is actually Codex's idea to like make it look like this. So, I mean, look, I'm gonna take this as a success. I'm not gonna lie. This is the first time our app has successfully been able to launch a freaking website that doesn't look like complete doo-doo. I mean, it might look like a little bit of doo-doo. You guys can be the judge of that. No, like joining chats, talking to people, stuff beyond being a streamer. I mean, it's hard, man, because my current like work doesn't really allow me to just like hang around, you know what I mean? Like I literally post a short form video every day. I live stream almost every day, and I try to post 2 long form videos a week. On top of that, I'm building the school community. I'm trying to create more courses around the school community. So it's kind of hard to just like hang around in a chat, you know what I mean? Because I start looking at like the ROI and the return on investment. Like obviously in future, that's definitely something that we can do. But right now, my focus is purely just to grow the community. And so what is any kind of front-facing activity that I can do? So that's streaming, that's posting content, that's you know, working on the activities inside of the community. Like it's all of these different things to grow the number of people that, you know, when I do want to chill out and just hang around, it's a bigger number. You know what I mean? Like it's not just like a group chat size. Because at the end of the day, like trying to hit my goals, you know what I mean? But yeah, I see what you mean, Slyphorn. You know, I do want to get more involved, but I also just am very cautious of the amount of time that I have in a day, you know? And I feel like live streams is like the best way for me to be able to interact with everyone in the community, as well as lock in on the app that I'm building. I made my own version of Whisper Flow that runs locally because I'm broke, and it does cool stuff. Like it can do stuff on my PC too. Yo, good shit, Alpha. What did you use to make it? So what you use, so basically I use Codex to code, and then I use Claude to review the code. Yeah, Doobie, I feel you, bro. There's a lot of burnt time when getting involved in the community. Again, what you're doing is absolute fire. Appreciate you, bro. I mean, hey, I could definitely put a bit more time towards the community. You're right. Like, there's definitely ways that I could make it just more enjoyable, you know, with participation and events and stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely on the back of my mind, and I'll try to get the community engaged a bit more for sure. All right, let me just, we've got here, push pull merge. This has just been merged. I didn't actually review, which was kind of bad. This was the agent harness research. Refine ACE landing, checkout flow. Oh, it's doing it here. Let me just, hang on. If you've done all the work, give me the prompt to send to the agent who has these keys. Okay, please deploy the latest. What's this one? All right. Let me just. Yeah, what do we think of this website? I'm wondering if we turned it around. Let me try this one more time. That prompt was for you to initiate. When this did the merge, multi-agent runs, runtime published successfully. Okay. Here is our implementation. Can you please review and provide any feedback? Oh shit. Use Claude to make it. 4.7 at the time. It's made in Rust. Runs a Whisper model for transcribing. Olama for any tasks I ask it to do. Gemini for researching. That's cool. That's pretty cool, man. How long did it take you to build? And is it as would you say it's as good as Whisperflow? Getting some findings here. Let me just chuck that in here. I like the website, but definitely not feeling the picture at top. Yeah, I feel like this is maybe ChatGPT's. Let's try this again. Let's try this again, and let's try it with let's try this with a recent harness that we've just implemented, and let's actually use a different test website. I think we're up to 7 now. A landing page. I'll say a high converting creative landing page for my SaaS app about voice annotation while using your computer or mobile. How will you know it's done? Fully deployed website. So we'll probably stick to a team of 3 once off. Now for research, we've got Claude. Build, we've got Codex. Review, we've got Gemini. I might even do review. Might even go like this. Alright, another thing I noticed is when I swap them out, notice how review, build, and research are still in the kind of different spots. So that's another thing. When dragging and dropping in the step 5 of the onboarding, when creating a new project, I noticed if I drag the agent from the start, which is research, down to the 3rd row, which is review, the agent doesn't actually change. Actually, maybe that's just a me problem. Maybe I messed up. Maybe what I should actually do is it should be like this. And I just go here and I say Claude. Oh yeah, that's way easier. Why'd I overcomplicate it? So now we got, maybe I'll say, instead of research, I'll say UI design. Oh, that's cool. Notice how it changes here. That's really neat and handy, actually. I like that. You are the UI design stage of a multi-agent pipeline, frames the problem, finds context, and keeps the team grounded. It's immediate output. Okay, honestly, I like that. That's really neat and handy. All right, let's give this a go. This is my app called Ace. Mission contract. Yo, nice. This is part of the handoff that we built, the harness. A high converting creative landing page for my SaaS app about voice annotation while using your computer or mobile. I have a good feeling about this one, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I think this is gonna look clean. It only really took a few days on and off. I compared it to Whisperflow with my friend, and most of the time mine actually transcribed faster. Damn, that's cool. About the same accuracy, but I'm horrible at speaking, lol. You get better the more you use it, alpha. I noticed when I first started using Whisperflow, I could not for the life of me explain my idea properly. I needed to write it down, but I noticed the more you do it, the better you get. And your prompt also doesn't need to be amazing either. The AI is smart enough to just figure it out now. Javon, yes, this is my app. It's called Ace, and it basically allows multiple AI agents to connect to each other and build more complex kind of workflows. Okay, while that's going, let's have a look here. Found some issues. I reviewed against current. The harness files are unchanged since that merge. High web artifact proof can pass without any new artifact. Overall, this is a strong v1 directionally server-side gates restriction levels. The main thing I would tighten before trusting it is the artifact gate semantics. Right now it can certify something exists in this repo instead of the agent produced the requested deliverable. I reviewed statistically. I did not run the test suite because this workspace branch is not checked out and not installed locally. Let me copy this into here. So what we're doing right now, for those wondering, is we are basically improving the agent harness, okay? And basically what this means is that the AI is able to do the task correctly. So if you look in the earlier live streams, every time I gave a task to the AI agent, it wasn't able to complete that task properly or in a high standard, if that makes sense. It would complete the task, it just wouldn't be usable. The output wasn't usable. So now I've learnt that is due to the agent harness. And the agent harness is actually really important because it's how you are able to extract the most out of the AI model. If you have a shit agent harness, then it's going to reduce the AI model's capabilities. But if you have a really good agent harness, then it's actually in some times even improve the base of the AI model, if that makes sense. So there's this thing recently that's come out where Claude's own app is the standard, right? Because this is made by the actual people. And so they have an agent harness inside of this app that helps Claude on its direction and what to do and what not to do and all that sort of jazz, right? Now you can compare their harness to Curse's, and Curse's harness is actually better than Claude's harness. So it actually improves Claude's output. And so it's actually really important because it's literally the skeleton of your app and how agents can interact with one another. That's literally what it is. This is cool. See how I move it around and the arrow follows to the closest point? But yeah. So what we're trying to do now is we are trying to create that agent harness so that the output of these agents is at a higher level, and overall the app quality is just higher, because, you know, if someone's using the app and they get exactly what they wanted, then that's a success. Right now, I'm not getting exactly what I've wanted. The website that you just saw, maybe like 50% of the way there. To be fair, the prompt was kind of shit, but okay, so let's just have a check if the website is live. Build with Ace. Boom, takes us to the landing page. Your agents work together. Now, if I were to click start free trial, Ace annual, $8.25. Oh, this is good. $8.25 a month, build $99 yearly, save $81 compared with monthly billing. So if I was to start for $8.25, continue with Google, does this work? No, it doesn't. After going through the funnel, I clicked on continue with Google and got this error on the screen. Hey, we're making progress, guys. Superbase, this is weird. Why is Superbase getting involved? Anyway, I've transcribed 41,000 words in the past week. Def getting better. Damn, bro. Could write a whole thesis with that. Write a whole last book. I've genuinely never used a harness for AI. I've just been going raw on the terminal. Yeah, terminal's good. I actually really like coding through the terminal, to be honest. It's a very clean experience, and you can run multiple terminals as well. Yeah, I love it. That's usually how I write my scripts, actually, for YouTube. Believe it or not, through the terminal. Everyone always think like it's so confused when I say that, but it's true. I write my scripts through the terminal. If you buy the app, you can download it and run it, but you can't just stop your subscription and still use it. No, I mean, you can use it up until your subscription ends. So if you had a subscription for the end of the month, you would just use the app until the end of the month. But you're right. That's actually one thing I need to add on here is cancelled subscriptions end at the cancellation date. User can't use app. That's something we need to suss out. I've never done anything like this before. I've never created like a monthly subscription app, if that makes sense. Except for actually Plant Pulse, but that was completely different because Apple has its own UI kit and it has its own kit, so it kind of handles everything like with Apple Payment. Because you're doing it through Stripe, you kind of have to figure it all out yourself. I confirmed the cause. Google Sign is not enabled in Superbase. The live Superbase project currently has external Google enabled false. So the funnel is reaching Superbase correctly, but Superbase is rejecting Google because the provider is not configured. To finish this, we need Google OAuth credentials from Google Cloud. Create a Google OAuth client for a web application. Oh man, Google OAuth is actually a pain in the ass, so let me get back to that later. You delete the test sprite pre-check as it's not relevant. Let me chuck this back into here. Okay, their prompt has been going for 9 minutes now. Stage 2, stage 3, review will start after stage 2, build produces its output. Okay. It still says agent waiting. Build will start. Okay, what's going on in here? Codex is reasoning. Weird. Let me just let them do their thing, man. I'm not gonna touch anything. Titan Ace. Done. Full status for the same context. Alright. Let me leave as is and wait for this response. Hey mate, first time I catch you on live. How are you? I'm good. Neutronic. I'm good, bro. How are you? Findings. Okay, copy this. Another review has been done. Okay, so Ace can do website, but can do more? For example, build inside an existing project? Yes, it can. So when you actually create a new project and you go to build a team, or if you wanted to even start from scratch, you can see the first thing it asks you here is pre-existing project, and you can tick this and then add the GitHub repository. And the way that it does this is when you first download the app, it actually requires you to sign in with GitHub or connect your GitHub account. And so you can actually connect your projects. The aim here is to basically create a team. Like, are you able to create an AI team? You feel me? That accomplishes your goals. Oh, new app is live. New website is live. We got a failed to authenticate API error. So this might be worth looking into. This is looking nice. So the review didn't work by the looks of it. Yep, review didn't work. So I think what we could do is, let me take a screenshot of this. Open up a new chat. When building out a workflow with a model that has failed to authenticate, is it possible to check if the models are all authenticated before even starting the task? That way we could send a pop-up warning to the user saying, warning or note, Claude isn't configured or authorized yet. Please do so now, and then giving like a small instruction. This text should be simple, pop up, just letting the user know. Or even stopping the run entirely until the user either changes the model or authorizes, and then it can try again. There should be like a try again button in that pop-up. Note that this is important, that it happens at the start before the workflow continues. Otherwise, we're just wasting tokens for the user. Let me plan this out, Dawn. All right. New website. Let's have a look. Vocal mark, features, workflow proof, pricing, see proof. All right, Alpha, this is for you, bro. Voice annotations for every screen. Vocal mark turns spoken feedback into pinned, searchable annotations while you use your computer or mobile device. Record once, capture context automatically, and send clean tickets without typing the whole story. I mean, this is a cool Lottie animation. I'm not gonna lie. This hero graphic is cool. Pinned voice note. This approval button is hidden below the fold on mobile. Pin this to the checkout screen and send it to linear. Trusted by product teams to replace screenshot threads, long looms, and vague bug reports. Push annotated context into the tools your team already uses. Yo, this is actually nice. One thing I would say is like, use the actual logo of these companies, you know? So maybe part of the research is actually finding that. Conversion proof, replace scattered feedback with annotated evidence. That's a good website, I'm actually impressed. Okay, all right, we've got one person impressed. One shot website, by the way. Vocal mark captures the screen state, device browser, transcript, and voice note in one shareable card, so teams understand the issue before the first reply. I'm not gonna lie, the copywriting is actually pretty decent. Less time spent writing feedback, 3.4 times more context attached to every product issue and feature request, 41% faster handoff from mobile testers to engineering teams, 0 extra browser tabs required to capture transcribe. I love it, that's great. Speak naturally, ship cleaner tickets. From spoken thoughts to actionable tickets. The details of a screen record. Okay, this is a big landing page. There's actually a lot of information in here. The detail of a screen recording with the speed of a voice memo. Before vocal mark, after vocal mark. Made for teams that review software daily. Start with a team trial, keep every reviewer moving. Book a team demo, try starter. So what did these do anything? Oh, it took me to an email. Yo, that's kind of cool. So it took me straight to my email. Okay, that's actually kind of nice. Same thing happens here, yep. Just took me straight to my email. All right, that's actually kind of cool. Nice. It actually went a step ahead and connected my email. I don't even know how it has my email, but I kind of rate it. That's cool. It actually prompted the user to send an email, which is cool. Turn the next review into a spoken pinned context. See proof? What's this? Conversion proof. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually really happy with this. This is a good website. For a one shot with as little context as I provided, this is a good website. Let me have a look here. Let me just double check this back into here. We've got this issue here. Which model auth set should block the run at pre-flight? Run models. Only Claude Codex or Gemini agents models selected for this specific prompt must be ready. What should the blocking pop-up offer besides try again? Open settings, show try again plus open connected tools so users can install connect without hunting. Yep. Nice. Cool. Next thing is over here. It needs me to do that. All right, I'll do that later. Over here, apparently we've got the onboarding, which is done again. Yo, what up, Ducky Tech App? I'm doing good. How are you, man? Let's just check out this onboarding real quick. Build a team, test website. 8. Continue. I'll say a fully working site. A landing page. I'll say a landing page about ducks. About ducks for kids. How will you know it's done? A beautifully aesthetic website designed to engage kids is fully deployed. Continue. This slider is my OCD is annoying me here because the dot doesn't hover over the actual dot, if that makes sense. So regarding the onboarding, step 3, the slider doesn't hover over the actual like checkpoint. It hovers like in the vicinity, but it doesn't actually hover over the checkpoint, which feels wrong. It should be aligned so it hovers over each single dot that represents each number, whether it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can we also make the selector dot see through with an outline so the user can see the checkpoint dot inside it? Fit flush inside it. Checkpoint dot fit flush inside it. Okay. Let's say we go with 3. Next, one-off recurring. I don't like that. Let me actually just bring up the Claude design. Let me chuck music back on. Next time, make a calculator app, but not in web language, just to see like a binary executable calculator app. Okay, I like that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let me just... You can kind of see that the onboarding looks completely different. I'm just wondering, is there other slides that it's getting this from? This is Ace Wireframes full. Can I delete that? Can we clean up the files so that all that show are what's... Can we clean up the files so we only show and keep what's relevant for the onboarding V2 redesign that we have made? I think it's getting confused. What is best, Claude or Codex? I'd say Claude for design, Codex for building. Emilio wants to see a calculator being made. I think that's a good idea. Can actually go back now. Let's go. It's removing all the elements, I think. Ronin King, what's up? Welcome back to the live stream, man. Spectrum, what's good? I'm currently making an agentic coding environment. Hey mate, how was your weekend? Been playing around with 4.8, some more over the weekend. Yeah, what are your thoughts? It's pretty good. I still think Codex is better for Vibecoding, but hey, I'm not mad about the jump from 4.7 to 4.8. It's definitely a bit more minor compared to the other jumps that I've seen them make, but it's still very good. I'm using Opus 4.8. Yeah, cool. This should burn my tokens though. Like if I go into usage. Yo, also I'm gifting out free Claude plans. I'm doing like 3 months of pro. So if you want a free Claude plan, join the school community. Link is in the description. It's completely free. But yeah, once a month, I'm gifting out free Claude Pro plans to those who are active in the community. So check it out if you haven't already. It's a link in the description. School community. What was I checking? I was checking my usage limits. Claude design only at 2%. Okay, that's good. Usage credits. Turn on usage credits to keep using Claude if you hit a limit. Damn, we're almost there already? Damn. What do you mean, usage limits? Monthly spend. That's interesting. Is it because I'm using Ace? But I thought we got $100 of usage spend anyway. I'm confused. Is this... Oh, that's weird, dude. That's really weird. Is that because of Conductor? Deleted. Okay. Can you make sure everything is ready for handoff using zip so agent does not get confused? Massive gobbler on tokens, but fun. Massive gobbler. Man, imagine if that was your nickname. Wait, this my first time here. I just saw you already made 47K. That's crazy. Yeah, feel free to read the description to gauge, you know, how I made it. Alright. Cool. I'm wondering if Conductor has actually made a tweet, because I'm just curious, like, have they made an update? Jeez. Have you guys seen the conversation between Theo and the creator of Hermes Agent? This guy sucks at feedback. Theo was like complaining that there was a polymarket skill attached to Hermes, and he was like, you know, there's 100+ skills on here. As someone who hates the gambling website Polymarket, I don't want my Hermes Agent to even have access to that skill. And this guy was like, you know, Hermes was made for more than just you. It's meant to be an all-in-one, ready-out-the-box agent, which is fair, but like the way he was taking Theo's feedback was like horrible. I was like, Jesus Christ, this guy's got a fat ego. But anyway, let me just check if Conductor has made an announcement. Magic right from the homepage. Conductor plus browser plus agentation. What the hell is that? Agentation. What the hell is agentation? Is live in Conductor. We really love our keyboard. They're not really saying anything. Is out. They haven't mentioned anything. Yo, I didn't know this guy was behind Conductor. That's cool. Spotlight is handy for more complex development environments. Conductor mentioned. Since 5.5, you kind of just switch and use it, to be honest. To know, turn on fast mode. It includes, what's this? Gonna need a codex for people who were previously Claude Pilled migration guide. It's looking like I'm gonna have to switch everything from Conductor. For the first time in Conductor history, we have a new default coding harness. Codex with GPT 5.5 has become the Conductor team's default agent, so we decide to make a default for new users too. See, they've been very subtle about it. You guys clock that? So what I'm going to have to do now is I'm going to also have to change models. And oh, it looks like I've already done it. New update available. Roman, good morning, brother. Hello, bro. It was hard with the beginning of the journey. I mean, how you know what SaaS will work or no? I mean, of course it's hard. You know, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. You know, I've been stuck on $47,000 in revenue for like the last 20, 30 streams. You know, if that doesn't tell you that it's hard, I don't know what will. But that's just the part of the game, you know. That's just how you are. That's how you improve. You know, you learn from your mistakes and you keep going. Got a few more issues here. Pre-flight mode, auth assumptions, approve. You are also building a Premiere Pro plugin. I already built the plugin. I use it every day. There's a free download in the Discord community if you are interested. It was more for fun than for actually making any money out of it. Let's get rid of this. And what about social media? I feel like that is the hardest part. I feel like social media has been alright for me. I mean, we can look at my YouTube analytics, but my recent video actually did quite well. And you know, I talk about YouTube a lot, so you should, you know, watch the live streams if you're not a consistent viewer. But this video not bad, 6.6k views in one day, compared to this one, which completely flopped, 650 views. I think it took me too long to release the Claude design video. So yeah, timing is obviously really important. But yeah, YouTube, we just hit 600k on this video. That's a huge milestone. But yeah, social media has been fine with me personally. And so I think the distribution is kind of key, right? So I've already kind of locked in my distribution, and it's just making sure I can build a good app that people want to buy now is the key. If you want to take a break, I show something on your Discord. What is it? I started creating an OS without AI. Then I discovered Doobie, so I paid for Claude and it helped me fix a lot of bugs. It's not finished yet, but I'll release the beta version in a few weeks. Let's go. Shout out Emilio. Glad I could introduce you, man. Also, the design is made by me because I didn't got Claude when I did it. No, it looks cool, man. I'm curious to see how you go with the OS. Good luck, man. That's a huge job, by the way. Man, creating an OS is no joke. Let me just copy this. All right. everything's good. I left out screenshots by default. Want me to add rendered PNGs each screen into the bundle so it reads without opening the prototype. All right, let me share this. Download project as zip. The onboarding is still different to the handoff. Please review the new zip as I have cleaned up some of the files so you don't get confused. Do a thorough check between the current onboarding stage and the wireframes inside of this zip and cross-reference, see what's different and try to make it as close to the zip as possible. All good, Emilio. Man, Claude not being in my conductor is actually quite a letdown, man. I'm not gonna lie. I might need to downgrade my Claude plan. Like, all I use is conductor. It's a bit of an inconvenience to now use Claude. The only thing I really use Claude for is Claude design. Okay, the other thing I wanted to fix is embedded. Currently, there is an issue regarding embedded links. Let me just double check. Delete that so I can pull this in. And I should be able to just paste this in here. Okay, and it shows my live stream. Transcript unavailable. Okay, let me just try something else. Let me try paste. Like a YouTube video or something. Let's try this. I need it to successfully transcribe the video. That's how I know it's a success. Boom. Okay, nice. We got the transcription. Okay, cool. So this works fine. So we still got the fan out option. So let me just, what's this button do? So if I was to upload this screenshot, thumbnail. Okay, that works. I think we can tick a few things off here. Wait, not that one. Embedded links work. Building a website, yeah, that I'm pretty happy with that. So payment gateway, these three is kind of like looping mechanism actually works, to be honest. So I don't know why I even added that. We're getting closer and closer. For those wondering why I have a checklist, I'm really trying to reduce the scope creep that is occurring. Because I notice like every time I'm building an app, there's always like some scope creep, and there's just more and more complexities that come, and I never end up launching the app. So I'm creating a checklist, and this is kind of my Bible. And once this checklist is complete, I'm just going to launch the app. What up, dear Gans? You think Claude is bad for everything else? I think Claude is good for reviewing. Claude isn't bad. Like, I just think Codex is better. Doobie, are you scared to try the calculator? I'm actually not. I'm waiting for the onboarding process to finish so I can actually fully test it out. I just want to test it out once the harness is complete. We're just going through some final changes. Once the harness is complete, I'm going to test the calculator out. I just want to test it out once you know, the next merge has occurred, because you can see I haven't merged this one yet. Once I merge this, we'll test it. Because the moment I merge it to GitHub, the app asks for an auto update, and then I'll auto update it, and then we can test it out. But I think it should work, man. Like, I can't see why it doesn't work. Emilio, what should the prompt be for the calculator? No blocking findings in the latest PR. Nice. Whatever I reviewed statistically against, I did not run the validation suite locally. Gates, whenever head changes is conservative, so a workflow commits a harmless artifact, and then once will require human approval. Reasonable v1 default. All right. Let's go ahead and merge. That was a big update. All right, we've just merged it. I'll wait for the auto update to come up, and then we'll test out the app. We'll test out the calculator app, I should say. We're very close to launching the app. I'm actually getting excited. Build a macOS binary calculator in SwiftUI with binary arithmetic, bitwise operations, binary decimal, hex conversion, modern UI, and a complete Xcode project ready to export as .app. I don't know if I have Xcode downloaded, but let me try. Hey, look, I'll try, but I'm pretty sure I don't have Swift or Xcode. I don't think I have Xcode downloaded on my MacBook Pro. It's on my Mac Mini, but let's see what it says. If it breaks, it breaks. Just waiting on the auto update to pop up. Just back in server. Can we confirm that when a user has canceled their subscription, that they only have access to the app until their plan runs out? Well, the goal is to break it to fix it later. I mean, that's a good point. That's a good point. I was still waiting on the update. I think it's still merging. Interesting. Settings is clean as well. Check for content updates. Yep, we got one. Titan Ace Harness proof. Let me just double check over here. The biggest confirmed mismatch are not small spacing tweaks. Still the canvas board visualization while the clean handle points to the bento. Okay, nice. It's finally picking up. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and... I mean, how far is this from the guided onboarding browser test pass with new drafting delay? All right, let's go ahead and restart. Let's test out this calculator. Let's test out this calculator. All right, so create a new, build a team. We'll call this calculator test. I'll call it Emilio's calculator test. Continue. What are you trying to build? They're letting me build a Mac. Is it gonna let me copy paste? Build a Mac OS binary calculator in SwiftUI with binary arithmetic bitwise operations. Hex conversation, modern UI. Okay, continue. A fully working application. Let's see if the transcription works. Yes, fully working application, perfect. This is like one of them streams where everything just is working. I love it. All right, so we got canvas, boom, continue. We'll go one off, recurring. We can go one off. Let me replace Claude. Oh, we can keep Claude. I might need to just bump this up. Give me a second. Alright, I've increased my Claude usage. We can see here the 1, 2, 3 seems to cut out. Hopefully that gets fixed in the next build. Okay, I like that it pops out. So if I was to change this to nice. Yeah, cool. All right, let's just go ahead and create project. Boom. It's worth also mentioning I haven't tested this with like a 5-man team or a 7-man team. Well, the goal is I think I can do the calculator app in like 20 to 30 minutes. So we're going to see how does the AI crush that. Let's see. Mission contract. Build a macOS binary contract calculator in SwiftUI. Acceptance check, a verification gate. Yo, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I will say that this is obviously not what it should look like, but we're not gonna worry about the little things today. Commit block runs when selected model needs auth. One GitHub size is currently failing to be an external pre-check configuration issue. Let me go to my GitHub. Can I remove that? How to remove test sprite pre-check. GitHub reports this is a commit. What I found. So go to GitHub, open settings. That owns. Go to application, installed GitHub apps, find, configure, remove access. Okay. So go to GitHub, settings. Go to applications, installed apps. Installed apps, configure. Let me just do this real quick. Ignore test sprite. Let me get a review on this. All right, we're good. Calculator, it's been 4 minutes now. Let's have a look. Reasoning, I'll create the Swift UI directly in the workspace. Match onboarding handoff screens. Let me get a review on this. Clean up guided board routing. Okay. Making some good progress today. I'm really curious to see what this app looks like. There's a lot of text on screen, like we should kind of just remove this one, I feel. If I was to open up the brain, I'm noticing like this update comes out on the bottom right. I wonder if it should pop up on the top left so it doesn't overlap as much. You are the build role for Emilio's calculator test. Turns the plan into concrete drafts. Build a macOS. Nice. This is all looking really good. This is all looking really good. Effort level, CLI default is high, I think. I'm not too sure. What about this one? Okay. So is that using up my Claude usage? No, it's not. It's being used up here. Okay. Or it's just not being used at all, which is definitely potential. I see you're a Rock Lee supporter. All skill, no powers. Let's go. Yes, sir. Bro, I was a huge fan of Naruto growing up. Yo, we got a codex error here. So that's worth exploring. Got this codex error on the recent Emilio's calculator test build. Can look at what that is. Chuck music back on. My name is on a project on a stream. That's so weird for me. I mean, you've been helping out, man, so gotta give credit where credit's due, bro. About to name that slider after you, bro. We're in 9 minutes in now. Has something broken yet? No, nothing's broken. I found the exact bubble pathing. Okay. I think the agent harness is looking good. What was the very start? I want you to look at the ACE coding environment, the agenda coding environment app that I built called ACE, which sometimes can also be called geocode. I want you to understand and find a weakness in the agent hunter because currently we're facing problems where now that the harness is implemented to the live app, can you do a full review, poke holes, and give me your verdict / improvements / feedback. It would be cool if they ticked off like as they went over here. We're at 10 minutes now. Gemini is working. Starting. Okay, that means it's in review mode right now. Curious to know what Gemini says. Come on. You could have a task panel to show what is being worked on and checked off as they go. That is a good idea. That's a good idea. Let me write that down. Came up again. Let me actually add that to this list. Task panel. I think you could almost replace this mission contract section. And it could be like a task panel that you expand and kind of remove. I kind of rate it. It could also replace the map potentially. Maybe not replace the map. How far are you away from releasing? I mean, we got to finish this checklist here. Landing page, payment gateway, URL plus backend server. Like a lot of this is implemented already. We just need to test it. So the landing page is already live. We just need to run through a full funnel and make sure it's working properly. Payment gateway, we need to test creating an account and testing the app and then canceling our subscription. What happens? URL plus backend server kind of goes into payment gateway a little bit. Onboarding screens, we're working on right now. We already built a website end to end. Embedded links need to work, which is working. Canceled subscriptions, this kind of goes back into payment gateway. And then task panel is just implemented right now. So we're pretty close, I'd say. There's just cleanup involved. Like the app is functional, there's just cleanup. The harness is now a real improvement. It will stop the old failure mode where agents produce polished sounding prose at the app and the app treats that as done. It has server-side proof gates, artifact freshness checks, safer command gates, but it is still a V1 proof of work harness, not yet a product quality harness. It proves something recent exists, launched, cited, ran, not the mission was actually solved well. Main holes, artifact proof is still mostly syntactic, proves a recent matching file exists. It does not prove the file satisfies the prompt an agent can touch. Cron and automation do not seem to respect proof failure strongly enough. Publish approval is enforced but not operationalized. So these are all things that we're going to fix once the app is live, I think, because these are all like, it said the harness is now a real improvement. Like that's what we were looking for. We're not looking for perfection right now. We're looking for something that can be launched. How are you handling skills? Getting them straight from GitHub or a separate folder that has a list of skills? For example, front-end design skill as an example. Yes, that's the other thing as well. Skills. You know what I should actually do? I should create a second checklist here called updates to make, because I want the app to go live, but it doesn't have to go live with everything working off the rip. So skills, implementation is an update we can include. I'll actually probably include task panel here as well. And that way we can actually continue with the launch of the app without having all the features available. Because the app's functional, we can improve it, right? And that first month is going to be critical. Implementation. Do you make an auto update thing for the Ace app? Yeah, right here you can kind of see every time something's merged into the GitHub main, then we get this update ready kind of notification. Oh, you guys can't see it, but right here, if I move my camera, maybe I chuck my camera here. You can see I get like this auto update thing on the bottom right hand side. Probably pin this. Handle codex closed stand-in. PR is open, non-draft measurable, and has no pending status. Let me review. Let me review again. Nothing to review there. Nothing to review there. All right. Dude, this app calculator is taking ages, man. Okay, so there was a review that was done, clearly. Codex is now working again. And relying on the handoff text, the project and metadata are present and valid. I'm running the Swift type check once more with a workspace local. Okay, I mean, it's running, which is a good sign. I think it'll be done soon. But according to Emilio, he would have nearly finished by now. What do you guys, okay, so there's one thing that I do need to think about, and I want your help for this, guys. But right now, let me turn the music down a little bit. Right now, you can see I've implemented this update ready onboarding handoff. Like you can see that what this does is every time I merge something into GitHub, this update pops up saying, you can update the app now. However, I want a way, because once this app goes live, right, if something breaks, I kind of need two versions. I need a version of the app that you guys access that works fine, and then I need a version of the app that I can access that lets me kind of run these updates like frequently and test if it works, and then if it doesn't work, I cancel it. What do you reckon is the best way to go about that? Like, do I have two separate builds, and then maybe I have like an admin build or something, and like, or maybe like my developer account has access to the update ready, and then there's another button I can press to release the update across everyone's build. How do I do that? Emilio, if you even could help me write or draft a prompt to send to Codex to set it up for me on GitHub. But how do I do that? Just a new fork. And then okay, so I'm forking the old GitHub version. Is that what's happening? I'm forking the GitHub version that works, and then and that's the app that everyone has access to. And then the main GitHub version is what I have access to. Is that what you're thinking? I'm just trying to visualize how it would work in my head. Stable version and beta version, two different branches. But a branch is like not very stable for a whole project, no? Like a branch is quite small for a big app that everyone's running. At least that's what it feels like in my head. This app calculator is still going. Is Gemini reviewing? Okay, Gemini's reviewing at least. I probably should have done less loops. It would have been finished by now. I'm curious to see what it looks like in one iteration versus the third iteration. That would be interesting. Set a new branch in GitHub for dev app before main app. Okay. It's literally that easy. You'd have one version on Git stable as main and beta as working on features. And I'd have access to beta and everyone else has access to main. Right, gotcha. Okay, sounds easy enough. Let me just, a branch is just the same project but copy and paste and you can modify one and not the other. I see, okay. So this is how I would set it up. So I probably need this in the checklist. Set a new branch in GitHub for a dev app before the main app. That's definitely essential. I'll call this future updates. No review findings. Okay. Let's go ahead and merge this. There was one review finding here. Let me go here, models. Is there a way to go GPT 5.5 fast? No. Default or fast mode? Yes. Use Claude Code with Chrome. Allow Claude to control your Chrome browser. To use this feature, first install. I mean, yes, that's fine. Okay. All right. I don't like the output comes out here. Yo, okay, the app is complete. How do I test out this app now? Binary calculator. Let me see if I can find this app. So we just finished building this calculator app. Just finished building this calculator app, except there's no easy method for me to open and test it. So we need to create a system that just auto opens and also implement a button inside of the message prompt, the final message prompt when everything's done, just saying open, and it opens the app. Should probably go plan first. Dude, I can't find it. How do I test this app? I will say, please open the app that was just built. Does this work? I don't know the guy from Clicky, by the way, Emilio. He's pretty big on X. His name's Faza. It's this guy. The Clicky app actually went viral. This guy, Faza TV. He kind of blew up recently, so it's probably going to get hard to get in contact with him. Look, his last post got 2 million views, so yeah, a bit tricky. Let me see. Oh, here it is. Project Binary Calculator. I just clicked it. Let's see what happens. Oh, the app has opened. This page could not be found. Okay, let me try this one. This page could not be found. It's saying it's in Doobie Library Application. Okay. How the hell do I test out this app? And yeah, I'll try to launch the actual Mac OS, not just the project, since the workspace currently has source. I'm first checking whether build.app exists. Okay. Yeah, super weird. We probably only need one. It's a Swift. You can test it in web page. You can't test it in web page. So what do? I've told Codex to open the app. Do I need it in? All right, let's see what they do. When should dual code automatically open generated artifacts after a run finishes? Past app only. Yes. All right, let me remove some files. Put the music back up. I tried to launch the actual macOS app, not just the app. A build.app bundle. What should the open button target? Target for Swift macOS outputs. Open Xcode project. Well, you need to find the app in your Mac and double click on it, I guess. I don't know if the app is even built. Let me check. Yeah, doesn't look like the app has even been bundled. Said it was called binary calculator. Yeah, see, I'm going to build a local app. Okay, so it's building the app locally. Build then open, I think, is better. He makes command in the Ace app. You should run it in the terminal. Which command? Nah, but the thing is, this is for this app is built for non-technical people. You know what I mean? So non-technical people aren't going to want to touch a terminal. They're gonna want to see like whatever is built just is easily accessible. Yo, what up, Amings? Thank you. I hope you have a nice day as well. I think the button should be labeled build and open. And also this should be for all apps that are being built inside of Ace, not just macOS Xcode apps. Yeah, I know, that's why I don't understand why Ace can't just open the app. Yeah, so I've just prompted it to. I realized that I had the implementation for websites to auto open. I didn't have that implementation for apps. I just assumed it was gonna cross over, but guess not. Damn, that was a long prompt. This is still going, 11 minutes. I'm glad I made Ace break LMAO. I mean, yeah, you're right. To fix it, we need to break it. Okay, it's building the local app, from my understanding. Binary calculator quit unexpectedly. Yo! Here we go. Oh shit. So what the hell is this? Decimal 70 plus 1. Alright, what am I looking at here? Is this working? I'm just gonna assume it's working. Gemini's reviewing it. Is this looking good, Emilio? I don't really know what I'm looking at here. This is not beautiful, but it's actually great. So I think how we can improve the output is if we include kind of like what Alpha was saying earlier, those skills like UI, UX design skill and stuff like that. In 23 minutes, it's impressive. Okay, cool. So now we know that ACE is actually working, which is good. It's really good, actually. No findings, we can go ahead and merge. What was the prompt for this? Oh yeah. Nice. All right. We successfully created a calculator. It may not be beautiful like Emilio has stated, but it works. If the base is good, then we can always improve, you know? I'm gonna give this a double tick. We've been able to build not only a website, but an app now. I think here I'll implement making the output more, design, more aesthetic. I'll just say more aesthetic. Let's go. Sweet. I mean, yeah, it works. Cool. I guess we can build calculators now. I think once you have a front end skill that Ace can refer to, you'd get a better visual first go around. Yeah, I agree. I think you'd need to install a package within Ace that handles Apple's apps so it can open it as an app viewer. I don't think they will open as a web app. So the thing is, I've built the autonomous app factory, right? And the autonomous app factory already has a lot of that, I guess, configured. So part of this would be actually implement auto app factory feature. Let me get another review on this. I will say it is incredibly slow to get an output, which may be frustrating to people. So I guess speed is another thing. Nah, completely agree, Brandon King. You're 100% right. Like, I think what we should do, because these are all just like, they don't have any skills or rules implemented inside of them, apart from like these artifacts and the harness that we built. I think the next step would be like implementing a few skills to, I guess, improve the agents when it comes to building these things. Agreed. What up, Oopsie Season? Progress update. We're building ACE, Agentic Coding Environment. It allows you to connect multiple AI agents and have them talk to one another to build more complex autonomous workflows. I will say that we're close to launching it. We have this checklist here. Once all these items are completed, we are going to launch. Landing page is live. You can check for yourself. Build with ace.ai. Don't bother trying to pay for it yet because it is actually not going to work. But yeah. Hopefully we can launch end of this week. And now that this has gone through, artifact exists. No expected artifact candidate was found. Let me go ahead and restart now with all those additional updates. I think because of the way you set up your ACE structure, it runs through a loop trying, making better try again. This is why I think it takes so long. Yeah, I mean, that is true. I can just remove the loop, right? I should be able to just click on this and delete. Okay, it does not let me delete right now. There we go. See, I can work like this, right? So if this was the case, I love the arrow logic now. It works so smooth. So if we were to do it like this, it should be faster, you're right. We know the looping works because it takes so freaking long. I think it's worth adding in here that it connects to your subscription. Got another issue here. All right, fuck yeah. Let's making good progress. Let me just go ahead and check this flow real quick. I just kind of want to go through it. Yay, let's go, check it out. We got the bento slider. Now the bento slider we want to replace with the actual logos of the models. Which one was the onboarding? Is it this one? Where'd the onboarding go? Yeah, here. Now, can we replace the icons on the bento slider section to include the actual icons of the model that is going to be used? We can go one off. Boom. So if I was to go back, because that's with 7, if I was to just go 3, boom, I can edit this. If I said, okay, nice. This looks so clean, guys. Look how clean this page looks. Maybe the ability to add the loop. That's a good point, actually. So this is loops to stage 2. Can I remove that? No, I can't. Okay. Let me add this in checklist. Ability to add loop in onboarding. Okay, let's review this. So this is looking clean though. I really like this UI. I was gonna say it's mad clean. Thanks, bro. I've worked very hard on making sure this app looks clean because I feel like I want the process to be enjoyable. If the process is not enjoyable, then no one's gonna want to continue working on your app, right? So if you can create a workspace that is very clean and neat and not confrontational when you're building these more complex things, I feel like that is the key in my head to making an app that people want to use. The goal is that someone who has no technical experience can come in and build this app. The next thing I kind of want to change is also these icons. I'm actually going to add this here. Even when you're creating the project, like the build team icon as well. I'll just say this, fix app icons. I might even go into Claude Design right now. Now inside the slider onboarding, let me just highlight what it is. Maybe I went to the wrong one. I should probably go into Ace, the actual big app. Got to shoot off. Sent the prompt and info to your Discord for separating your stable and beta. I'll send you my invoice. Peace out, Ronan King. Enjoy your day. Appreciate you sending me that prompt, bro. I'm definitely going to look at it before I launch the app. So this is for the landing page, but regarding the actual wireframes for the app, I don't love the icons for like the little preview of the glimpse inside of the project. Also, there's another icon when building the actual onboarding and going through the actual building of a team. There's an icon for the build a team. I don't love that either. Could you give me 5 different options to look through for a project card and how we can make that look, including with the icon? I want 5 different iterations. And then I also want 5 different iterations for the build a team card and the icon that is shown there as well. Let's see Claude Opus 4.8's design capabilities. So we've got a review here. We can just copy this. Buffer codecs. I don't know if we've even merged this, so let's go ahead and merged. I said merged. Debug codecs. I mean, this looks. Is this? Let me just say merge. We can restart this. We can delete this app. Wireframes, they'll probably come up down here. Notes. Key flows, roadmap PDF is interesting. For your website, tell the agent that there is these things that's danger, content security, policy frame. It can be used to hack, so protect it. Like the landing page. Let me add it here as a checkpoint. Okay, everything's looking good. Okay, that's going. Let me just have a quick little check if that went through properly. Yeah, nice. Ooh, clean. Very, very clean. Yes, yes, yes. Very clean. This is what we like to see. Now, what I don't like is this dot inside is not fully aligned. We're close, guys. We're very close. I'm getting excited. Ken. Is this name? Okay, where did they generate these? Ace card explorations. Okay, let's have a look. This is interesting. Build a team. This one's kind of cool. I like 2 constellation for build a team. Kind of like the org chart as well. The slider is clean. Thanks, bro. And for the landing page, it's not urgent, but you can use fetch location.href to obtain information you're not supposed to. Okay, so I need to fix that. I can probably chuck this in straight away, actually. Full landing page. Currently, you can use let me see if that can fix it. Review that. For the project card, can you give me another 5 alternatives that are very different and unique? And then regarding the build a team illustration icon, I really like the org chart and the constellation. So can we create another 5 alternatives solely around these 2 designs? I don't mind like this one maybe. One other thing I don't fully like is the slider and the circle are not aligned. One thing that I don't like is that the slider and the circle selector aren't fully aligned. Like I want the circle selector to be centered inside of the slider for the onboarding step 3. So a few skills that we need as well. Skills to assist the app AI models. Skill rules. And then I'll just go in here. UI UX max skill. For anything UI related. We've got a role prompt skill for generating prompts, generating roles for the team onboarding. What else? Those are kind of the only 2 I can think of right now. We'll leave that for now. Existing app bundles rebuilds can fail artifact verification. See how the scope creep has just started already? We only had like 5 points on here before. Now we got 10. This is looking very clean. I love this. I love this flow. me look at usage. Only at 9% for Claude Design. That's actually really good. Rich Ducat, what's crack-a-lackin', brother? Hope you're doing well. Haven't seen you in a minute, man. What's been new? What's happening? I'm gonna grab a glass of water real quick. Been busy working with the UGC company, 12 apps now. Damn, bro. Congrats. Looks like business is going well for you, brother. Glad to hear it. Hope the kids are well. Ooh, these are cool. Progress ring, blueprint. Amelia's calculator test. Agent stack is kind of cool. But if they're all using the 3 agents, then it doesn't really work. Ooh. Yo, this is cool. I quite like this one. Build a team org chart constellation. I think this one wins. 2 tier. So, okay, we go with that. Refine network. Monogram crest. Signal strip. So let's lock in 7 org 2 tier for the builder team icon. Regarding the project card glimpse, you know, it's a bit tricky right now because there's 3 models to choose from: Claude, GPT, and Gemini. If the user has 10 projects and they all include these 3 models, then it can be hard to distinguish between the different projects. So we need a way to help the user more easily distinguish between these projects. So yeah, we need to be a bit more creative around how we can make that distinction more unique. You've got some cool ideas like isometric stack, editorial typing, refined network, agent roster. These are all cool, but it comes with the fact that, you know, if every single project is using the same models, then it's going to be hard to distinguish between the different thumbnails. I kind of like the idea of showing the live board. So can we play around potentially what is different unique ways we could showcase the live thumbnail idea? I like the progress ring actually. Progress ring. The progress ring, I'm wondering if like it's different depending on the project. Like if your project was a cron job that was just to post a tweet once a week, you wouldn't really need a progress ring for that, you know? That's why I'm kind of like hesitant on the progress ring. Maybe it could be custom based on what the task is. If it's a cron job, it like looks different. Yeah, the agent stack, yeah. Let's see. Let me review this again. This one's been merged. Cool, we fixed that Cloudflare vulnerability. Thank you, Emilio. On the landing page. Just go boom. I just kind of want to test if, there we go. Boom. All right. Onboarding's looking good. Let's go ahead and merge. If I was to share this. If I was to export as PDF, what does it look like? Can become the open target, copy this. So we're doing the app icons right now. I'm going to say the landing page is complete. But the payment gateway for the landing page hasn't been finished. No problem for the vulnerability. I'm not in cyber though, but I've got a few tricks. How long you been developing for again, Emilio? How long you been a developer for, bro? Now 3 to 4 years? Yeah, jeez, bro. I'm sure you've got a few tricks up your sleeves after being a developer for that long. I mean, I've only been doing this for like 6 months and I feel like already I've learned so much. I can only imagine what it'll look like when I've been doing this for 3-4 years straight. What's my codex usage looking like? %. Okay, let's have a look here. Interesting. Okay. That's cool. So we locked in this one, B plus D hybrid. So my read, B artifact, the deliverable, this is interesting, the deliverable. How difficult would that be to implement? Whiteboard scan, zoomed out content, accent cover, color identity. State headline, the live state. I don't mind B. I'm just trying to think of it in logistics. Topology snapshot, the board's shape, gotta blow my nose. How did you start? Like, where do I begin in your opinion if I wanted to start this? I would probably recommend getting familiar with I started on Replit. Replit basically handles everything. So if you've never done, any developer sort of stuff before, like me when I first started, there's all this technical jargon that you need to understand, like GitHub, you need to understand repositories, you need to understand how to deploy websites and stuff. what's really cool about Replit and the other one is Lovable is they handle everything inside of the app. So you can literally just build the app and then there'll be a button that says deploy. You press deploy and then it launches the app. It's super easy. The only issue with that is you're paying for convenience. It's a little bit more expensive and there's not as much customizability with like the models that you're going to be using to make the app. Once you've done your first app through one of these platforms, I would recommend getting a Claude subscription or a Codex subscription, because you're going to understand the concepts of, deployment and building the app and AI hallucinations and all that sort of stuff. Once you're familiar with that and building your first app, I'd recommend, upgrading to Claude or Codex and then start building inside of their own application. This is Codex's one. This is Claude's. And you have a lot more freedom inside of there, but there's also a few more technical jargon and complexity that you need to understand. So you kind of learn the baselines from Lovable and Replit. But like if you're building like $1 million app, you're not going to be using those tools. But it's a good start because, this is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't get thrown in the deep end and then get discouraged. Work your way up. Just have fun with it first. It's like when you first start running, you don't want to go ahead and run, 10 kilometers and like get all puffed out. You want to actually do like a slower jog, do like 3 kilometers, get your body to like enjoy it and just appreciate the fact that you've accomplished something and then work your way up. But no findings. We can go ahead and merge this. All right, I'm probably going to cut the stream here, guys. Bit on the shorter side today, but hey, I did say it's me and my girlfriend's 1-year anniversary. I shouldn't even be live streaming right now, but I wanted to clock in and get a few hours in and have some fun with the boys, and ladies, if there's any ladies out here. But I think we've done a decent amount on the checklist. We're gonna have to look into payment gateway, URL plus backend server, onboarding, cancellation subscriptions, the new branch idea, ability to add loops on the onboarding, which is easy, recommendation by Emilio regarding security prompt, and applying skills to the, just a few skills so the AI agents know better on like how to improve. But apart from that, we've made some good progress. We've ticked off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things on the checklist. So not bad for a quick little live stream. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for joining me today and I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out.